Welcome, my decaying darlings, to Restless Grounds, where the tales are as twisted as a corpse's last grin. I'm your host, the Groundkeeper, and tonight's bedtime fright is the Miracle Mirror. Lie back, close your eyes, but don't blame me if your reflection starts smiling when you don't. And tonight, sweet sleepers, one vain soul learns that the fairest face in a glass might not be the one wearing the skin. The antique shop smelled of mildew and forgotten funerals. Vanessa Crowe, once the toast of the stage, now a fading something who measured her worth in cheekbones and compliments, spotted it in the back corner. A tall, silver-framed mirror etched with faint roses that almost looked like screaming mouths if you squinted. The tag read, in elegant script, "The Miracle Mirror, see and become your best self." The shopkeeper, a stooped man with eyes like wet pebbles, chuckled. Many have improved beyond recognition. Just don't stare too long, Day. Some reflections get ideas. Vanessa laughed, handed over the cash, and had the mirror delivered to her lonely Victorian mansion that very afternoon. Vanity, after all, had always been her favorite sin. She hung it in her bedroom, right beside the vanity table cluttered with creams and lies. The first time she stood before it, the room seemed to hold its breath. There she was, but better. Skin like porcelain, eyes bright as a debutante's, lips full and inviting. A glow she hadn't seen since her 20s. Vanessa's own mouth fell open in delight. The reflection smiled back, exactly when she did. Perfect. That night she slept like a girl again. The next morning she returned, eager. The reflection looked even more radiant, and this time it lingered. Just a heartbeat after Vanessa turned away to grab her lipstick. The glass still showed a smiling face staring straight ahead. She blinked. Trick of the light, she told herself. Mirrors do that sometimes. By the third day the improvements were undeniable. Her skin tightened. Strangers on the street did double takes. Even her jealous rival at the country club, Marjorie, stammered, "You look extraordinary, Vanessa. Almost unreal." Vanessa preened. The mirror was working. It was showing her how to become her best self, one perfect detail at a time. That evening she noticed the first whisper. Soft, like silk dragged across glass. Closer. She froze. The house was empty. Wind in the chimney, surely. But when she stepped nearer, the reflection's lips moved a fraction before Hayes did. She laughed it off. "Silly thing. You're just excited too." Even her old spaniel, Baxter, who used to love watching her get ready, now whimpered and hid under the bed the moment she uncovered the mirror each morning. "Jealous little beast," Vanessa muttered, applying another layer of the serum the mirror seemed to suggest with a tilt of its head. Week 3, and she was glowing like a movie star. Invitations poured in. She hosted a dinner party that left every guest whispering how she'd turned back the clock. Yet that night, alone again, she caught the reflection doing something impossible. She dropped her hairbrush. In real life it clattered to the floor. In the mirror, the reflection calmly caught it, twirled it once, and set it down with a wink. Vanessa's blood ran cold. She covered the mirror with a silk sheet, and went to bed trembling. But the next morning the sheet lay neatly folded on the chair. The mirror stood bay, and the reflection was more beautiful than ever. Cheeks flushed, eyes sparkling with secret amusement. "You can't hide from yourself forever," it seemed to say without speaking. Vanessa's floor had her now. She told herself the changes were worth it. She felt stronger, sharper, desired. She stopped eating much. The mirror showed her how thin looked best. She ignored the growing fatigue. She ignored how her own shadow sometimes lagged half a step behind her. The big reunion gala arrived. Vanessa arrived radiant, the belle of the ball. Old flames begged for dances. Marjorie actually looked ill with envy. On the drive home Vanessa laughed aloud, windows down, feeling like a goddess. "I did it," she told the night. "I'm finally my best self." She stepped into her bedroom, kicked off her heels, and stood before the mirror one last time. The reflection stared back, flawless, triumphant, alive with triumph. Vanessa sighed, content. "Thank you," she whispered, reaching for the silk sheet again. "You've done your job. I don't need you anymore." She turned to leave. The reflection did not. It stepped forward. The glass rippled like pond water. A hand, her hand, but with nails grown long and black, emerged first, followed by an arm, then a shoulder. The beautiful face slid out and changed. Porcelain skin cracked into dry scales. Eyes flooded black. The mouth stretched wider than any human jaw should allow, revealing rows of needle teeth that glinted like broken glass. The creature wore Vanessa's perfect dress, her perfect hair, but the smile it gave her was pure hunger. "Oh, darling," it purred in Vanessa's own velvet voice. "I'm just getting started." Vanessa stumbled back, but the thing was fast. It seized her by the throat with fingers that felt like ice-covered bone. "You wanted your best self. I am it. You polished me, starved for me, invited me. Now I take the life you so kindly prepared." She screamed as it dragged her toward the mirror. The glass no longer reflected. It opened like a hungry mouth. Vanessa's last glimpse was of the creature stepping fully into the room, smoothing her stolen hair, adjusting her stolen smile in the glass that now showed only darkness. Then the mirror swallowed her whole. The creature, wearing Vanessa's face like a mask, turned to the empty room and laughed softly. "Time to dazzle the world, darling. Forever." And somewhere deep inside the silver frame, the real Vanessa Crowe beat her fists against cold glass, watching the monster that had replaced her step out into her perfect life and begin to feed. Heh, poor vain Vanessa. She wanted the fairest reflection of them all, and got one with teeth. Talk about a glow-up that bites back. Remember this, my decaying darlings. 3 little warnings were there all along. The smile that lingered when she turned away. The dog that refused to enter the room. The hairbrush that moved only inside the glass. But vanity is blind, isn't it? Moral of the tale. Never ask a mirror to make you better, because sometimes the thing staring back is already perfect and starving. Sleep tight now, and whatever you do, don't check your reflection tonight. It might be checking you right back. Until next time on Restless Grounds, this is the Groundkeeper, signing off. Sweet dreams, or don't.